It's literally a big game, and they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Golden Bears in Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the Stanford Cardinal taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Cal Bears offense will get the first possession of the game. The Bears put a whipping on Stanford the last time these two teams met, blowing out the Cardinals.
Blowing them out, creating momentum, creating mojo, getting the bragging rights in this rivalry. That is always something Cal fans look forward to. Giving it to Stanford fans for a whole year, especially when you beat them down.
Yeah, it just seemed for Cal last year like that was personal to them, right? They were so angry heading into that game. They wanted to make an example of their rival, and that's the way it should be every year for both these teams. That's what rivalry games are. It is personal, not just for the players, but for the fans as well.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Wide open downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Looking left. It's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Golden Bears are on the move. They'll go to the ground. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams. Stanford and Cal, it comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
Well, your opponent can't
can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage. They can play man and zone, but I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between Cal and Stanford. And you never know. You never know any given year there's going to be a play that's just going to jump out at you, David, something you'll hold on to.
And I think one of the cool nuggets about this series, the big game in 1982, the band running on the field, the one y'all referenced, every year whoever has the Axe Trophy, they change the score of that game. That's how petty this rivalry is. We just change history, change scores. I love it.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the single back. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Intercepted for the 11th time. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Give to the running back. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Headed to the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. On target to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Quarterback making adjustments. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, massive expectations when the axe is on the line, and through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And the Golden Bears will boot it away to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Back to pass on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Got his man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. Quick release by the QB. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've been outstanding on 3rd down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Power ahead. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They think there's room to run to the right here. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Slithers into space. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cal!
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Find some fresh air. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Brings up 3rd and 8. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Cherry. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Golden Bears are rolling down the field. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's loose down the middle. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Golden Bears just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snags it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll run play action. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on fourth and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Fit it in the window for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Touchdown, Stanford! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the air on second down. Quickly complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. The game is over. hand is not on